James, give us your reflections on today's win.
Delighted with the win. To end what has been a 3-game week, of course, it's been physically challenging. I thought to end the week with an important victory was exactly what we wanted. Clean sheet gives us every opportunity to win the game. Nice to again get another clean sheet on the board for the team, which of course just shows that shared and combined squad effort that it takes to get a clean sheet in the National League, which isn't easy against a team that they scored 2 last week against Forest Green, and I think are right up there in the scoring charts, or certainly were for a long time in the National League. This season we're leading the race for goals for. And what was a difficult day weather-wise and pitch-wise and everything else is a really pleasing win.
What kind of stood out for you amongst that clean sheet and the attacking intent as well? What stood out for you today?
Togetherness and collective effort. I thought there was some fatigue in the performance, which was predictable, I think. And I said to the team at half-time, it's going to take a touch more freshness, a touch of difference, something we might not have done before. And maybe that looks like Harvey Gilmore goal in the last few yards, which he doesn't get too many of. But I think just that togetherness throughout the performance, really, with the ball and without the ball. Massive desire to keep it out of our net on a tough day, on a real tough pitch. That collective effort, really.
I know you mentioned sort of at the end of a tough week, obviously bouncing back from midweek was always going to be important as well. It
was. I mean, we had a great result at Boston, played really well, value for that. We thought we were excellent for 45 minutes, and on another day we're 3-0 up against York, which isn't easy to do. It didn't happen, and that game got away from us. To bounce back today was the most important thing ultimately, and the team showed big grit, big character, and found big energy against a team that were obviously very determined to come away against a team in a loftier position than them and give it their best shot. And they've got some sharpshooters within their team and threats in the wide areas particularly, and a very good coach in John Coleman, of course, who's an EFL icon really in terms of the management scene. So it was never going to be an easy day. The condition didn't make it an easy day. Massive thanks goes out to the owners, Jamie and Cameron, for giving us an opportunity to play this game today. It cost a lot of money to bring that dome here for this week, and never have I sat at home in the last 5 years, 10 years, whatever, and been aware that we're having a month's worth of rain in 24 hours and thinking our game will be on tomorrow. Never in a million years. But it was because of what they done. We managed to get a game on.
I know you mentioned Harvey popping up with that winner. I know he doesn't like to kind of take the individual plaudits, but he's won the Sports Player of the Month a couple of times in a row now. He's really a standout figure amongst the supporters, but it's so important for the team as well.
He gives us all. He brings a real heartbeat feel to the team, and he never lets you down on effort, which is the bare minimum in a Rochdale shirt. I think that spreads. I think this team collectively never really lets down on effort, and Harvey certainly leads the race with that, and he brings that energy to the team every week. He demands standards from his teammates, as I said to you earlier, Greg, it needed something different today to get an edge in the game, and Harvey's desire to go and run to the last yards, it can't be underestimated.
You'd be quite happy to have a midweek with no game now, just to kind of get that recovery into the legs ahead of going to Tamworth next week?
I think so, because it was there. There's some times we've had loads of sickness last week, which wasn't nice to manage because people weren't in the building as much as they should be, it was at the end of a hard week that you wanted a result from, to give the lads an opportunity to recover now next week in what is a very difficult game against Tamworth.